here is what some people, some of the witnesses, people who were inside, who were out for just a fun night, here's what they had to say about what they saw.
You guys were here for a girls' night. Tiffany, or Nikita, you have an interesting story. You saw a young woman that you spoke to in one of the clubs you were in, and then describe the next time you saw her.
She was laying on the concrete dead outside of the club that we was at.
What did you guys say to each other?
We told each other that we liked each other's outfits and we thought each other was cute.
And Tiffany, you're here. You ran into your goddaughters out here, and it was a good time. Usually a good night out here. And then what happened when the chaos broke out?
People just started running. They started pushing us out the back door into the alley out the back because they didn't want us coming out the front because they didn't know where the shooter was or how many there was.
Did you hear shots at all, or you just heard people running and people telling everyone to get out the way?
We didn't hear shots when we were upstairs. Because
you didn't hear shots when you were upstairs, or 223. You didn't hear shots when you were upstairs? Got it.
Because of the music, but the people downstairs did hear the shots. We've seen them all running.
So upstairs because of the music, but the music is, I guess, louder upstairs than downstairs? Is that what you're trying to tell people?
Like looking down how Newcomb's stairs are, looking down, you can see everything that's down there, and you just seen people running every way that they could.
Describe this area. What is it like? How many bars are here, and what kind of crowd do you usually see here?
It's like 8-9 bars down here, maybe something like that. I mean, there's all age groups down here. There might be a fight every now and then. Nothing ever like this. I mean, even if it is a fight, it's just a typical two people being drunk. One person bumps into another person. Someone wants to say sorry. The other person feels like the other person needs to say sorry. It's never anything as serious as this.
How did you know tonight was different?
The screams, the cruisers, the chaos being. I've never been pushed out of Newcomb's. I've never been told to get out of Newcomb's, but the security guards in themselves were running around telling people to get out, and just how everybody was acting, you knew that something was wrong. And then when you came outside, as soon as you hit the front street, you seen the bodies, and you knew that this was different. You knew it's something that you never thought of experiencing, never experienced, wouldn't want anyone to experience.
Alright, so 9 people were killed, at least 26 injured Sunday in a shooting in a popular nightclub district of Dayton, downtown Dayton, Ohio, police say. Officers killed the lone suspect, alright, after he fired for less than a minute from a .223 high-capacity gun, and he had additional magazines with him. Mayor Nan Wallace said the .223 caliber is used in rifles like the AR-15 assault rifle, previously in previous mass shootings. The narrative is assault rifles, assault weapons, high-powered calibers, and the one that was used in previous shootings. Like, that's the narrative. Like, come on, man. Like, how real is this shit? I'm saying, how real is this really? How? My thing is that I'm going to say this. If these shooters are real, then they're staged by the government. I ain't looking at it no other way. Either they're staged by the government or they're staged events that's not even real. Maybe they hoax. Maybe they're not real. But whatever is going on, this is not a random act of violence where just so happened there's assault rifles. Niggas shoot up the club with a handgun or something like that. Or if anything, it's an assault rifle, but they're not going to be labeling it the previous rifle that was used in other mass shootings. Like, stop it. Anyway, Deb Decker, public information officer from Montgomery County, said the shooter used an assault rifle. The event followed about 13 hours, a shooting that left 20 dead in El Paso. So there goes the narrative. Previously, of course, the Dayton shooting took place at around 1 a.m. on East 5th Street in the city's Oregon district. Dayton Deputy Director, Assistant Chief of Police, Lieutenant Colin Matt Copper, said early Sunday morning. Suspect has not been identified, but you killed the... Really? Anyway, suspect has not been identified. Copper said the shooter fired multiple rounds from a very large gun in technical terms. The shooting happened as the suspect was making his way toward a bar called Ned Pepper's. Someone from Ned Pepper's grabbed the barrel of the rifle, and the shooter picked up the handgun and was willing to continue shooting. Decker said, when police arrived and killed the shooter wore body armor, he said. No officers were injured, Carper said. Alright, there we go. In less than 1 minute, Dayton first responders neutralized the shooter, Wallace said. I really want to think about that minute. The shooter was able to kill 9 people and injure 26 in less than a minute. And we did not have police in the Oregon district and 1,000 people in Oregon district enjoying their Saturday evening. What we could have had in the city. The question has to be raised. Why does Dayton have to be the 250th mass shooting this year? The question has to be raised. Why does Dayton have to be the 250th mass shooting this year? Why is that even a question? Why are you labeling the actual amount? Why the number? Why the actual quoting of a 250th number? Why? Police believe that the suspect acted alone and that there is no remaining threat to the community. How do y'all know? Anyway. But the investigation is ongoing. What? Anyway. Carper said, and the FBI's assistant, the motive for the shooting was not immediately clear. What? Okay, anyway. Bodies all over the place. Graham, 124, Dayton said he and his 4 friends arrived just as the incident was over and immediately came upon the body of the shooter outside. Bruh, you mean to tell me y'all showed up to the club and ain't nobody gave you a call? Bro, it's a shooting that just happened and blah, 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 blah. You pull up at the club and you witnessed the aftermath? Stop it. Anyway, everyone was panicking and running around, Hunter said. After the shooter was dead, everyone was just crying and stuff. He saw bodies all over the place. The police officer told him and his friends to go into Ned Pepper's. A police officer told him his friends to go into Ned Pepper's. He said he and his friends considered the area a safe, fun place to hang around on the weekends, where many people walk around outdoors and enjoy patios at the restaurants and bars. It's a nice spot, he said. It's where everyone goes to hang out. Hospitals respond to influx of the wounded. You notice what they're doing? They putting the important things in capital letters. Bodies all over the place. You know, that's mental programming. Like, you see that? Capital words. Anyway. Hospital responds to influx of the wounded. So, Elizabeth Long, spokeswoman at Catalan Health Network. Alright? Keep in mind, we know the name of the person that's the spokeswoman. Come on, like, for real. Which operates several Dayton area hospitals, including Kettering Medical Center and Grandview Medical Center, said that 13 key number 13 people were taken to the 3 of the network's hospital, many with gunshot wounds to the lower extremities. At least 1 person was shot in the abdomen, and at least 2 people were taken into surgery. She did not give an age range for the injured. Miami Valley Hospital received 14 patients, plus 2 others across its health system. Emergency physician Dr. Randy Marriott. 12 had been treated and released by 10 a.m. Eastern Sunday. Most of the injuries were gunshot wounds, but there were others, like cuts received while people were fleeing the scene. At this point, we cannot say we've had 1 critical, 4 admitted, and none have gone to surgery, Marriott said. Most people arrived via ambulance and police car, but several others arrived on foot by personal vehicle later. Congressman's daughter was in the area. Remember, I told you the key thing, capitalize the words. Dayton-based United States Republican. Is it representative or Republican? I don't fucking know. Anyway, Rep. Mike Turner tweeted that his daughter and a friend had just entered a bar across the street from where the shooting began. As they ran home, I followed their progress and prayed for them in our community. Thank you to Dayton Police for their bravery in stopping this evil. Governor Mike DeWine said in a statement that he was absolutely heartbroken and ordered flags flown at half staff. Marcia Fudge, weird ass name, Marcia Fudge, in Dayton, Ohio tweeted, "It is beyond time for our leaders to do what is necessary to enact laws that keep guns out of the hands of people wishing to do harm." There you go. Enough is enough. End gun violence. Get the fuck out of here. President Donald Trump. Let's skip over all this shit. The FBI, local, and state law enforcement are working together in El Paso and in Dayton, Ohio. Information is rapidly being accumulated in Dayton. Much has already been learned. Has already been or be? Who the fuck writes your shit, Trump? Anyway, much has already been learned in El Paso. Law enforcement was very rapid in both instances. Updates will be given throughout the day. That was okay. Well, that wasn't a bad, Trump when president. Anyway, man, I don't know, man. The jury's out on this shit, man. I don't know about this. Could somebody give me that chick's social media page and the white chick too? I want to know why she ain't got her fucking why her bottom lip look like she ain't got her makeup on all the way. I don't know what that's about, man. There's just something funny about this story. I ain't buying it. So I'm outside of the club, and I got body armor on, and assault rifles and magazines. Like, fuck, man, come on, dog. I ain't buying this story, man. Come on, man. This dude was ready for war, and he's shooting up the club. Come on, man.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Chicken and corn. He wants something to eat. I live for this shit.
Why you used to have business, boy?